Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another night with oxygen not included. We're here again in the inescapable space prison, where things have been going fairly well. I think, you know, we had some deaths early on in this colony, but it's been a while since we've had any. We're on cycle 371, oxygen levels are looking reasonably okay, things aren't doing too bad that way. We even have our temperatures under control, with our whole farm being nice and chilly. Fortunately not so cold that it's going to kill anything off. Tons of food available. We've kind of been building up this colony over time since we started playing around initially with the beta branch version of this particular upgrade, the space industry upgrade. We've got 18 duplicants in here whose hashtag duplicant lives matter, and we're gonna try and avoid having any deaths tonight. But there is a little bit I'd like to kind of work on. We started digging this out last stream, and I was planning to put our astronaut space training program up here. We didn't get nearly as much done on that last week as I wanted to, because we kind of took care of a few other things. But we also have our access point way up here to get up to the whole level of outer space. And it's up here we're going to have to do something related to where we're going to build our rocket and that kind of thing. So, kind of a few things to do. I'd like to work on getting some rocket stuff started. So we can at least get like sort of a launch bay or something set up there. We also want to get our space training set up down here, because we do have some duplicants that are in a position where they could be promoted to the space cadet position. I think actually Voltron may be the only one that's fully tenured, although possibly Rangi might be also. It's in a position to be able to move into the space cadet position. I think Rangi might have only gotten as high as the scientist, in which case we might have to bump him down here. I should probably check that. Nope, he did get that mastered. So let's bring Rangi over here now, because he's already mastered the exosuit engineer. We'll get him working on that. So we'll have two duplicants that we can actually move into the space cadet role and try and get that going. Now they do require a morale of plus 25. That's going to take a little bit of management, of course, but we do have some things set up for that, for decent quality food. But welcome everyone who's here in the stream so far. And if you're watching this on the channel after the fact, welcome as well. So as always, lots to do. I'd like to say that we're going to do a specific task today, but realistically, it's probably going to be just a bunch of random stuff as we try to build our way towards that whole outer space mission and getting our duplicants launched into orbit around some foreign planet or what have you. So lots to do there. And usually it seems like every time I set up a plan for what I'm going to do, I end up getting sidetracked by all kinds of random stuff anyway, but we'll see how it all goes. Still Snow with a super chat. 600 yen to help pay for the rockets. Thanks, Still Snow. I appreciate that. Should be awesome. We're going to get a few more duplicants, I think, probably trained up into the astronaut level as well. Up here you can see we have a fair amount of food, 375,000 kilocalories. It's not bad for a colony 18 people. Well, duplicants anyway. We have a bunch of bristleberries, we have pepper bread, fried mushrooms, barbecue, meat, mushrooms. The tricky part here is looking at this. The only thing that most of our duplicants are eating is the fried mushrooms. We have a few duplicants who are higher tiered that we have focusing on the good quality food, because we want to make sure we keep their morale up. But as you can see, our stress is at 0, so no real morale issues so far. I think everything's going fairly well. I do have... it did occur to me... Oh, okay, no. For a second there, I thought I had this set up in a way that the duplicants could get around my airlock system, but I don't think... Or my exosuit system, but I don't think they can. So I think we're all right that way. We probably will need something to do with storing slime out here somewhere, too. I'm not sure where I want to put that just yet. I mean, things are kind of nasty in here, and if I want to clean this air up, we're going to have to get rid of the slime. Otherwise, it's going to continue to off-gas and make polluted oxygen. I think last stream you moved Voltron to the tenured scientist role before they could finish mastering the exit. Oh, did I? I guess we shall find out. Hold that thought. Voltron, you are right. All right, good. So they both have a little bit to go. Rangi a little bit more than Voltron. Good eye. I totally missed that. Building rockets today? I don't know. We're going to try and get a place to actually build the rocket set up first. And then we're going to see how that goes. The hard part with building the rockets is that the flames that they produce from the engine actually go past blocks that you have in the way. So it's not like they stop at the blocks. They just stretch right past it. So I was looking at where we were going to build the rocket system up here. We have a geyser here, or a volcano, that we can't really interfere with the rocket, which means we have to be farther over to the left. We also have this whole base up here, which we don't want to mess with. On this side of things, we have another geyser over here for this cool steam vent. So I'm actually kind of wondering whether we're even going to be able to build a rocket here without destroying everything, because the flames are going to wreck it all. I guess we might have to try to build it up higher than I normally would, and sort of extend it up into space a bit, which then, of course, leaves it you know, susceptible to all this wonderfulness up here with all the regolith and the falling meteors and stuff. So, not entirely sure how that's going to play out just yet, but we'll see. A little bit to do to get that built. We don't have any duplicants that can actually fly into space yet anyway, because we don't have anyone who's in the space training at all yet either. Try to roll for pacifist, they're so rare now. Well, it's just there's so many different options. So the reality is, like, pacifist is really simple, because it's not really much of anything you have to do to handle them. They just sort of, you know, they're like a negative that's not really a negative. So I used to like prefer to take them also, but the reality is most of the things can be dealt with fairly easy. There's not too many negatives that are really that big of a pain anymore. Build a reinforced silo. Yeah, I mean, so we can protect like the blocks itself, but the tricky part is that the flames extend past it. So what I'm going to try and do, I think, and plus it heats everything up. So I'm going to try and build maybe a little bit of a buffer there, and we can try to work through that. See how that'll go. Broke your ankle this morning. Ow, that stinks. Stepped on a kid's toys on the stairs, went flying. Ouch, ouch. Sorry to hear about your ankle. Still snow. The number of times I've stepped on my kids' toys and swore I was going to break my ankle. Never actually did it, though. Sorry to hear you did. Let's strip another layer off of here. I'm going to get it all the way down to the slime layer here. We'll get rid of all this, and then we're going to swap in some regular tiles here. I think I'm going to use insulated tiles because we're going to have this layer of heat from all the electrical stuff. So we're going to block all this off. And my intention, I think, is to build access things from over here. But this trouble is this is all chlorine, so I hadn't really landed yet on where I wanted the duplicants to access this, but we'll figure it out. Rangy with the $2 super chat. Please take my live stream. I've been absent bribe. Thanks, Rangy. Appreciate the bribe and the support as always. Could you use the neutronium as a blast shield under your launch pad? I don't know. So the thing is, the flames don't stop at the tile that's right below them. They kind of like shoot past them, which is really kind of hard to manage. So I think what I'm gonna do is create just a buffer space underneath, and I might even try to turn it into a vacuum underneath, so that the heat will just have nowhere to go. It will it'll soak up into the blocks that are right next to it, but it won't go past that because we'll have that vacuum buffer. I'm thinking that's maybe the direction I want to go with it, but we'll see. It might take a little experimenting. Build a rocket above the surface, heat will disappear into space. Yep, there's that option also. Lego's deadly, yeah. There's like that. What's that meme? Like, would you rather walk across hot coals or across like a pile of jagged Lego? All right, I need to figure out what to do with the slime because it's gonna be a problem. I do have slime storage down bottom here, but the duplicates are gonna do a lot of running to carry it down here, which doesn't really strike me as the most awesome thing in the world. But I don't really have a good solution around that. They also have to carry it through the base, which means they're gonna have to run it in, switch out suits, run all the way down, drop it in the box. So we'll see what happens. I do have lots of free labor, I guess, so maybe not that bad, but. Hi, iPutus. How you doing? Keep up the stream. Keep up the stream. Good job. CrypticFox. Thanks, Jetty Sam. Cooked red rum on the grill Sunday. What's red rum? Red rum. Red rum. You love stepping on Legos. Yeah, we've actually, unfortunately our kids actually don't have that many Lego blocks. They do had, my youngest daughter had some of those mega blocks, which are not as bad if you step on them because they're larger. It's not like walking on caltrops or something. But many a times I've stepped on Lego blocks over the years. So much slime. CrypticFox is not a Star Wars fan. Okay. I mean, I like Star Wars, but I'm not psychotic for it. Fried mushrooms. Fried mushrooms. I think we're all out of fried mushrooms. What do we have here? We have bristleberries. Don't think we have much in terms of Now we got 80 sleepy grain. That's actually not bad. Stuffed berries only they're +4 food quality, +2. Ooh, actually we have some meat. We can make some more barbecue. Stock it up. I kind of feel a little bit bad for some of the duplicants. Like they're all eating in the same grand mess hall area. The one duplicant's eating like some fried mushrooms, and all they get to do is look over at the person who's having barbecue and pepper bread. They're like, why you? To go where new dupe has gone before. All right. Why didn't... Oh, I see what it is. I dug this too low. They can't reach here anymore. All right, so this will be the general area where we'll have our little space facility. I'm curious to see how much power the whole thing takes. I haven't really built one in a game before. This is all stuff we don't have. It requires basic rocketry research. So there's actually... We're going to have to get an observation, it's just like a telescope set up here on the surface before we're going to be able to get the research that we need to even be able to build a rocket at this point. Because the research trees changed so much. So if we go into research now, it's the celestial detection stuff we have to do. It says, actually, we have access to basic rocketry. They're already researched, but it's not showing those items in my build menu. Maybe because I don't have somebody who's good enough to do it. It shows that I can't build it. Requires basic rocketry research. But I've already done it. It's right there. Oh. Oh, they changed things. Okay, I get it. So they made a change to the way the research tree works. I just had to click on it to finalize it. So weird. Picard or Kirk? You know, I don't know. I kind of like them both. I think Picard was the less cheesy of the two, but Kirk's the classic, right? Like, kind of like the classic. It was funny how I pronounced... Oh, Jedi instead of Jedi. Jedi Sam. Oh, I see. It's Jedi Sam. I get it. Wasn't reading it as Jedi. Finally made it to a stream that's not hours in already. Welcome, Autumn Eve. Glad you're able to make it. All right. These guys have a lot of cleaning to do up here, and I should probably start to do something to swap out the oxygen here. We're going to need another floor, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to build it up here. Hopefully our duplicants can reach everything okay. We might as well start to swap out some of the oxygen here with deodorizers. Oh, yeah, there's nothing breathable in here at all. How much gas is in here? 1,700, 1,800 grams. That's actually not so bad. The tricky part is going to be that there's going to be a lot of germs in here, probably. Oh, yeah, just a couple. There's no germs there. Everything's fine. Mealwood? What about the mealwood? We're not actually growing mealwood right now. I actually replaced all the mealwood farms with bristleberry farms. Hey, Nat Geo. Didn't have time to watch today, but I thought I would stop in and say hi. Good luck, Fox. Thanks, Nat Geo. Wandering Krieger. Long time no see. Just a wandering Krieger. Just wandered in. Welcome, welcome. Hope fatherhood is still treating you well. I haven't seen you in forever. Deconstruct. I guess I don't need this flying water pump anymore. It's probably not going to produce anything useful. Imagine that Oni has bacon on your food. Bacon. Like hatch bacon. That's what they should have. I mean, they've got barbecue, they've got pepper bread and all that stuff. But hatch bacon, that would be the ultimate fine food for duplicants. It's fine. My base makes you want to start yours all over again. Well, see, I have this, I don't know. I find that, like, when I start to build out my base, this part in here, the main part, I usually have fairly organized. Then after that, it's often just kind of like a lot of random placement of things as I think about it. I was like, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to put this over here, and I want to do that. I'll put that over there. We're going to stack the eggs in here only because when they hatch, we can kind of control where they go relatively easily. It's not plugged in or anything, so it's not like it incubates them. 21 months old. Oh man, 21 months old already. Time flies. My daughter just had my youngest daughter just had her 6th birthday. I still remember being shocked when I found out I was having another kid. I was like, 6? How are you even that old? That's not even supposed to be a thing. Actually, I don't even know if I have storage for them to put all that stuff. That's all full. That's all full. Well, the answer is that. No, I don't. I think I'm going to let the nastiness just build up here. I'm going to put a couple storage containers. We'll tell them they can put everything in here. Slime, I'm going to leave... Well, I'm going to leave these at like a priority 5. They'll stash everything in here just because they don't have anywhere else to put it. That'll be alright, I guess. This game only on PC? It is, yeah. They've never never ported it over to any platforms. Now that being said, it's still in early access, so they may at some point. I don't think they've made any real indication whether they're going to or not, though. Still, so much they've been working on it. Like they've built so much into it. Now they're working on optimization for the next few updates, as opposed to adding new content. You may not use the whole world. Yeah. Now they're running out of coal or everything starts overheating. Well, our coal probably isn't in the best position. I haven't looked at it lately. Yeah, we have. I guess it's all right. We have 19 tons of it. 20 tons. Okay, our coal's going up. Yeah, well, there's a couple things there. I mean, for one, I don't really move into a lot of power production until I need it. Usually you can get... I take a lot of duplicants, so I can kind of get by with the treadmill business for a while. Just put everything in here. Leave them at 5. They have nowhere else to put it anyway. Yeah, so I mean, I'm slow to build power production, specifically for the... You know, I can extend it out, just build up a bunch of coal. I don't really need it anyway. And then when you do end up making it, it's really handy to have it hooked up to a smart battery so you control how often you're burning it. So I have 4 running here, but they're not even running all the time. As you can see, they run for a bit, they charge everything up, then they shut down again. So it's not bad. The base isn't chaotic, it's bohemian and creative. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate the super chat. Was Don't Starve ported? It was, yeah. Don't Starve is on the consoles, and so is Don't Starve Together. I don't know if Shipwrecked is. I've never checked. And of course, Hamlet isn't quite out yet, so you know, no word on that just yet. I guess they probably can't mop up this anymore since it's flying. More regolith. Oh yeah, could never have enough regolith. It occurs to me I built these storage containers up here, but now I actually have to have them sweep all this before I close everything off. Otherwise I won't be able to reach it. This base has personality. Yeah, it's a slightly spastic personality, but it's there. I don't know, everything works. I mean, we have power production. That's set up on a reliable grid that's been running well. We have good oxygen production and no real issues around that. I mean, obviously, our oxygen levels are fairly good. Temperatures have been really well managed for the most part. There's a little bit of warmness toward the edges of the colony, and down here things are a little hot. But I mean, otherwise, it's all running well. So I can't complain too loudly. Shipwrecks on consoles too. Okay, cool. Not surprised. I mean, it's just sort of an extension of the Don't Starve. So get all this stuff cleaned up. Hey, waiting for the duplicants. You don't say bye. I say bye if I see you leaving. So bye, man. Okay. This is missing something. What are we missing? Suits would be the thing. But apparently I don't have pipes in here either. I thought I told them to put the liquid pipes in. It is. It's connected. So what is missing? Oxygen. I forgot we needed to supply oxygen. I guess that's probably an important thing for suits intended for the survival in outer space. Who knew we needed air? Wow, this is all full of hydrogen again. Let's just enable this thing. Alright, I'm gonna need to build... Well, I either need to build an oxygen room specifically for the purposes of supplying this thing, which I think might be the way to go, because I can build something up close here and not have to run nearly as much vent work and stuff. I think that might be what I'll do. I'm gonna plan to build it like right in here, actually. We'll just throw a mechanized airlock in here. Oh, this isn't going to work. They can't jump across the pipe that way. Hold the phone. All right. Let's go here. We'll build a little floor in here. I need... We're not really using algae for much. I'm just going to use an algae deoxidizer in here. Throw this in here. Get a little ventilation pump up top. A gas pump, rather. Throw some piping in. That'll be fine. Obviously, we're going to need some power supply and that kind of junk, but... Again, we have power, like, right here, so that's not a problem. And we have a crazy amount of materials in terms of power supply, so that's fine, too. We'll get all that. Dig up anything here that needs digging. There we go. So that'll be our oxygen supply for our 2 jetpack suits. So we're going to have flying duplicants. I think they should make it a lot easier to build out our rocket bay in particular because they can fly up and down and dig things and build things and stuff. Base needs Ritalin. Yeah. Almost forgot how much more enjoyable the live streams are. Oh, thanks, Rangy. When you actually watch them live. Well, there's that whole thing of talking with people, right? A little more responsive. Yeah, if Reddit's not included, it clearly wasn't included. I had to go make it myself. Darn that oxygen. Put them in a vacuum sealed suit without air. See how they'll do. They're fine as long as they hold their breath. I don't see the issue. The jetpacks lag the game. I haven't used them yet in my normal game just yet, so I'll have to see. Now, I have seen other people using a lot of them, and when you have a lot of jetpacks, I could see it causing problems, but I don't know yet about if you only have a couple. All right, so we got this thing analyzed finally. Active period 67.1 cycles every 122. Next dormancy in 57 cycles. We have a good supply of water going there still. That'll be good. No issues with water there. Did I get the robot to format anything in Hamlet? No, I didn't actually. Extra sucking up for no pants. Why do you use yellow stripe door instead of manual doors? The yellow stripe doors take more materials, don't they? They use a little bit, but they also open and close faster. I'm going to connect it to the power supply. Just so they can quickly, if they go in here to refuel this, I don't want to let out too much oxygen and let in other gases. So we'll try to just tackle it that way. No, I never got the robot together. Now, I did lure a bunch of the parts into one area. And then I just sort of gave up on it. I was talking with Jack Cantus about it, and he tried the same thing. And when he got all the robot parts in the same area, nothing happened. So it's entirely possible that either A, that's not how you do it, or B, that boss just wasn't enabled in the closed beta, and it's something they might add in later. They might actually just be there as a renewable source of iron. Because the reality is, once you dig up the iron, you know, you're gonna have a way to get some more of it. So, ooh, man, this got all tapped out down here. Well, then again, we haven't been supplying any oil because this is dry. But I think we're okay. We don't need plastics and stuff at the moment. Over here, I was making some metal and stuff. Still pretty hot. I was trying to make some more steel, I think. We're gonna need lots of steel, and I ran out of... What did I run out of? Lime. Oh, that's weird. Alright, I guess we gotta make lime. I can't make that in the kiln, but I can make it up here, actually. Where is it? Where'd you go? Oh, no, I broke them. Alright, I can't make it there. Oh, here they are. Man. I can't see nothing. Alright. Make a whole bunch of limes, because we're gonna need lots of steel. So lime is something we're gonna need a decent amount of. Thanks for the videos and live streams, CrypticFox. I've been really enjoying the game, and your videos have helped me make it even better. Thanks, Brutal. I'm glad you enjoy them. Don't forget your exosuit. Which exosuit? I have some in here. I got lots of exosuits. The ones down here. We got the rocket suits up here. Actually, I don't even know if I built the jet suits yet. Now that I think of it. Jet suits. Didn't. What are we missing? Oh, that's right. That's where we left off before. We need petroleum for this thing. So where's my petroleum pipe? I'm going to have them empty some petroleum here. Just empty that pipe right there. They'll stack up some bottles of it. Ooh, this thing's damaged. What eating gold amalgam? So they'll stack up some bottles of petroleum and then things will be better. Oh, that's why it's sending oxygen in. Stable building. I should really put a sensor on this thing so that I'm not doing that constantly. Please don't spam the chat. Where's the fox? I'm right here. Thanks. I was hoping for a special connection to WX78. Yeah, WX78 is pretty awesome. He gets blasted by lightning and he runs around so fast. I could cover like just crazy amounts of distance. On cycle 250 and I'm so much farther behind where you are currently. Yeah, it might just be a practicing. I also have a ton of duplicants though, right? I mean, I'm running around with 18 of them. That's not really a small number of duplicants. So they get a fair amount done. Plus, I often rush my way into things in order to keep progressing for the stream and try to get stuff built for the stream. And I guess in a normal game, if you're just playing by yourself, you may not do some of that rushing because you're not doing it for the purposes of entertainment. So sometimes I kind of speed things along a little bit that I probably should take more time with. Occasionally, it results in disaster, but most of the time it works. What's the best way to make a sleep farm in your base? I haven't made a point of actually building one that's a properly managed farm. I actually just leave my sleep wheat growing wild because I don't have to do anything to maintain it. It doesn't take dirt, it doesn't take water. If you uncover enough ice biomes, there's actually a pretty good supply of it around the colony. So that's the way I've handled it. Yeah, WX, my name's Barry Allen. He goes really fast. This is my first time seeing you stream. Welcome, Turtle Gaming 2.0. Glad you were able to make it. Welcome, Tiffany Land. I'm right here. Hey, live stream. Hey, Amanda. Okay. I'm really curious to see how they deliver the petroleum. So if we can get somebody emptying the bottles here, I'm curious to see whether they'll actually carry in his bottles. Now we built this, the Exosuit Forge before the update was live in the core game, so it's possible we might need to break it and rebuild it. Why not insulate the top right bed and base? Am I missing one? You mean like right here? I'm not sure I understand what you mean by the top right bed and the base. This one, I had opened the airflow tile here so that oxygen can flow out and fill in this space. If that's what you're asking, I had the airflow tile there just to let air out. I'm pretty sure I have... Well, this is a little blocked in, but it's sitting in a Bizolite anyway, so that's already insulated. How do I feed 18 of them? Well, we actually have a little bit of food going around. So I have a small farm here that's producing bristle blossoms. I have a dust cap farm down here producing mushrooms. We have... in the cold biomes, we have just the sleet wheat growing wild that I'm harvesting. So the ones that I've uncovered, I'm using that to grow. Over here on the right-hand side, we have a fairly decent-sized hatch farm. And for the most part, all I have to do is just feed them, which I haven't been doing. And I guess they've been dying because I haven't been feeding them. That might explain our supply of meat. I might even just not feed them because the meat supply has been really good. So we have a fairly decent-sized hatch farm over here that's producing meat for us. Occasionally we're getting excess eggs that are going into storage, and then those eggs are breaking because they can only stay in storage for so long. So I'm getting raw egg out of that. Down here I have all kinds of pinch of pepper plants. So we have tons of pinch of pepper nuts, which can be combined for pepper bread and also for barbecue. And then of course we're also using it in the espresso machine. I feel a little bad that our duplicants only have one espresso machine, so I may make a second one. We might even give them a complete second break room up here by the little Space Institute. Maybe we'll make it like the private astronaut lounge. Like only the duplicants who are trained as part of the space cadet program or full astronaut program will be allowed to access our little space lounge. Maybe that's what we'll do. Hello from Ontario. Love your streams. Keep up the good work. Welcome to the stream. I'm in Ontario too, actually. It's pretty cool. Love how they crush rocks by punching the button repeatedly. I know, I get a kick out of that. Yes, the airflow tiles. Will they let heat in? A little bit, but if you look over here, it's not really that warm over here. It is a little bit, but it's not that bad. Mostly I just wanted the oxygen out in this area without having to create like a separate pumping system to move the air in there. Or setting up its own separate vent and then having to try to balance the air, the proportion of air that's in here. So I just sort of did it the easy way, aka the lazy way, which is how I do most things. Segregation for the masses. I'm actually going to insulate this off. Because my intention is going to be to break through here eventually. And then this will be the access point for them to get into the little space base kind of area. Let's take all this out. I need to get rid of the nasty water that's in here too. Over here, I guess I could probably finish off the floor here, or the wall. I think I just use the ladder for now to get in and out. They are going to need something to jump up there. You know what? Let's just make sure they prioritize the ladder first, because guaranteed they're going to block themselves in otherwise. Someone's going to build the wall before they build the ladder. Most of the reasoning for them. Yeah, that was the only thing. I only put them there for the purposes of letting the air go through. But you're right, it does let heat in. It's just not really that hot, so I'm not too worried about it. And really the only reason I'd be concerned about heat is from a stress perspective or from stifling my farm area. And the farm's being really well chilled right now by the water we're pushing into it. So we're in pretty good shape that way. We don't really have to worry about the temperatures there. But yeah, barbecue's good. Good buff. Yo, yeah, it's great. It gives them like plus 16. Guess I forgot trying to chill my base and heat up for some pepper nuts. Yeah, I mean, so I try to manage the heat in the base a couple different ways. I insulate, for one, to try to prevent too much heat coming in from outside sources. Two, I try to get to a point where I move the things that produce the heat out of the core part of the colony if I can, and if not, then I'm going to want them someplace to where I can chill them. So like down here, I have my whole oxygen production system, which produces quite a bit of heat, but it's all segregated. And then I'm chilling the air from that as it comes out before I cycle it into the base. So usually I try to cool the air that moves in the base. If you're passing pipes or ventilation through your base and the contents are nice and cool, you can throw in some radiant pipe placements in order to kind of add some extra cooling as it goes past. Sam A with a $5 super chat. Base renaming suggestion: DASA HQ, Duplicant Aeronautics and Space Administration Headquarters. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you could rename the base though. I think once it has a name, there's nothing we can do. I don't think I've seen any place that you can change the name on your colony. How am I chilling your water? The water. Okay, so there's a couple things. The water supply that we're getting, for the most part, is coming from a couple different places. So we have it coming from this geyser here, which actually comes out fairly hot. This water's at 78 degrees. I'm pumping this through insulated pipes and using this for the purposes of producing oxygen, because the temperature of the water you use to make oxygen doesn't matter, so I don't have to worry about that. The second place I'm getting water is up top here. We have a water geyser here. If I can actually click on it. There's a water geyser here, and then up here we have a cool steam vent. Both of these are producing water that are falling into the same place. Now again, this water's hot. It's 78 degrees. In order to use it in the farm, I want to cool it. So I'm pumping the water all the way down past this cold biome because it's not really warm enough. Part of this is feeding into our oxygen production, so we make sure we have a good supply of water always for producing oxygen. And the second part of it, I'm sending down to another cold biome, pumping it into this space, and then running it through radiant piping behind this anti-entropy thermonullifier, which produces lots of cold, so it chills the water. So as it comes in on this side, the water's 54.1 degrees. It's already cooled down because it's not going through insulated pipes here. So it's already cooled down to 54. Then it goes behind the anti-entropy thermonullifier, and by the time it comes out the other side, it's now at like 21 degrees. Sometimes it's even cooler than 21 degrees. It depends on the flow of water that's coming. So it's 15 here. Actually, it comes out at 15. The trouble is I have a cooling pipe here for my steel production that's producing heat, and it's kind of offsetting. But by the time the water gets out here, it's like 6.5 degrees because it moves past where I'm producing all the heat, and it chills a little bit more. So we're moving water like 6.5, 5.5, 6.5 degrees. That water is then flowing into the base up this way. No, wait. Sorry, I'm going backwards. It's flowing in the base down this way. And it's feeding up here and then into my farm. The pipe that I have running across here isn't insulated, so I'm using some of the radiant cold from the pipe. I'm not using actual radiant pipes, but just from the cold that's leaching out in order to chill the area. And that keeps the farm all nice and cool. And because this is nice and cool, it actually helps offset some of the heat from other places as well. Flood incoming? From where? You got a name for one of these? Yeah, when we create a base, I'm gonna have to remember that. Try to remind me of that. But the vacuums can do great for controlling liquid and gas temperatures. Well, they do, but they don't actually draw any heat off. It just stops the passage of heat. So if you pass hot liquid into a vacuum space in the game, it's not going to get any colder. It just doesn't allow the heat to spread out to other places. Been messing around with steam geysers for some time now. Oh yeah. Yeah, really the anti-entropy thermal nullifier is one of the best ways to cool it. The other way I'd like to cool water is by passing it through another source that's of a temperature that I like and using radiant piping. Over time they'll even out though, and the water you're using as a coolant medium will end up getting warmer. You can make the coolant in the game as well, but it's really expensive from a resource perspective. It just takes a lot. Let's deconstruct that. I guess we can dig this out now since I have that all finished there. I might as well spread this up a little bit higher. Try to get our 4 high tiles in here again. They're not even gonna build this. They can't even reach it. So we'll give them a little ladder. Okay, in here, we're gonna need our fancy space machinery. So I think it should be in the stations. Textile loom, space cadet centrifuge. That's what we want. Well, that sucks. Yeah, so it's big. It's kind of tall. it's a little taller than I planned on. So let's make this up higher. And then I guess I'll need to deconstruct this whole thing. Da-da. Good job, little duplicants. Now we gotta give them a way to get in here, though. Hold on. Don't you dare prioritize this thing. Ladder first. Yeah, don't get stuck in there, Caleb. That'd be bad. There you go, buddy. He's gonna build a block under his feet. Is it gonna push him in or out? Ooh, it went up. I've never seen them build straight upward like that. That's like a Minecraft build. Can you rename Evil Fox Worshipper to DASA Administrator? That I can do. Where is Evil Fox Worshipper? There he is. Oops. DASA Administrator. There we go. Done and done. How worried are you that meteorites are going to melt your biomes? Not really worried at all. I mean, it might get to that point if it gets to, like, thousands of cycles, but I generally don't play bases that long. How is he without a suit? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't see somebody without a suit there. They don't have a way to get in over here yet, so it can't be that. They have to run past this. I think it's a suit dock. Unless they manage to jump through here somehow, but I don't think they can. Oh, they might be able to, actually, now that I look at it. Let's just block this thing off again. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll put an airflow tile here. Because I'm using this as a place to just let the hydrogen collect that happens to escape into the colony. Here's a flat-eye Halloween joke before I go to bed. How much does a person weigh when you take on their flesh? A skeleton. Oh, ba-dum-bumps. Thanks for the bad joke, Nelly. How do you manage the farm or the ranch? Well, the farm, I have a farmer, and for the ranch, I have ranchers. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. So, over here, I just have them separated out so that they have lots of room. I was supplying them with food, but lately I haven't been. They're just kind of going hungry, which is probably part of my meat supply, actually. And then at the top, I have a bunch of incubators. But the incubators I have up here aren't even plugged in. I just use it a way of controlling the number of eggs that I'm trying to hatch at any given time. Plus, when they do hatch, they'll stay trapped inside the container until someone picks them up and drops them off, so you can control where they go. But yeah, I don't know. I just built a space. I got the hatches in it. Let them start to propagate. Let them grow exponentially until they produce food for me. Overall, not bad. This poor fish, I'm going to put him out of his misery, because he's going to flop there for a while. Feel bad for the fish. He made the upper area, one dupe was without a suit. Yeah, I know, I didn't notice that. I mean, they seem to be swapping out correctly now. Weird. Look at your base. I vaguely realize I need way more paintings in my base. Yeah, you really want to have a good solid decor score. So this is the decor in my colony right now. There are some areas that aren't fantastic, and I could actually improve it by putting some statues up and down the ladder and that kind of thing, which is probably not a bad idea because they do benefit from having a higher decor. So we could improve our decor slightly, but it is important to have a good, strong decor score. When you check out any duplicant, you can see what's impacting their stress. Like, here's let's take a look at him for, oh, her, I guess. It's Brittany, one of our farm hands. If we go ahead and look at Brittany, over here you can see their stress, and she's at 0, and then the morale is 19 of 8. And if you mouse over it, you can see all the things that are affecting the stress. So she's getting a +6 from eating the Great Hall. She has a 4-shift break, which gives her a +3. If we give her a 5-shift break, it will step up to a +4. She's using plumbed the bedrooms are +2 because they have nice beds. It's not really much of a benefit from there, going from a regular bedroom to the fancy beds. It only goes from +1 to +2, so you don't get a ton out of that, but it's something. She had a poor meal, so she only got +1, but she's not eating horrible food, so that's okay. She played video games, got +2. Recently, dance got +2. She's getting +2 from using the bathrooms. The tricky part is her last cycle's decor has been poor because she's working in areas that maybe aren't super nice, so she's not getting a particular benefit out of that. Her job assignment only needs +8, though, so she's producing far more than what's needed. But generally, if you're trying to control the morale in your colony, there's a couple things you want to pay attention to. Food is probably the most important one because it produces the greatest value all by itself. Room benefits are the second thing that you want to pay attention to, and then just try to keep a solid decor level and give them a place for some entertainment. And for the most part, they can hit some pretty good scores. Like if we look in our vitals, we can see there are that's a duplicate at 27, Summer's at 34. Rangi's at 34, Voltron's at 34. So, and they're the ones that are eating the really good food, so they're getting that big boost. TGP with a $2 super chat for the dupe beer garden if it gets implemented. Beer garden. Voila. Animal cruelty for the sake of kebabs. It's not cruel, it's just unusual. What building's flooding? What dupe's idle? Oh gosh, I don't know. It's too hard to keep track of 18 duplicants and know who's idle at any given moment. Flooding is this building, apparently. Which isn't really a big deal. I'm not really even in big demand of... Oh, they're attacking the fish. I'm not really in a big need for water here so much, but I probably should get a duplicate to open this for a moment to let the water out. I'm not even sure how the water got in there exactly. Unless a pipe froze. Which is certainly a possibility. Bloop. There goes the water. Let's now lock that thing. Actually put it on auto. Still says it's flooded, actually, which is funny. Oh, no wonder. There's 2,000... Wow, 2,000 grams of water sitting there. That's crazy. Can you mop that? Yeah, mop that up. Somebody clean up. Clean up on aisle 6. Oh, this thing's all flooded, too. Uh-oh. All right, let's dig all this out. Let the water go. Hey, Sailor Drew. Dupetoberfest. Yeah, they could have hatch sausage and duplicant beer. It'll be great. Yeah, I do think this thing is firing again. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, it's running again. Right. Not that I needed the oxygen so much. Actually, this is supplying exosuits, so I probably do need that oxygen. Ooh, things were a little gross there. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. We do need it. Our exosuits are going to get a little broken there. Whoops. Snow melted? Well, I don't know. I didn't think there was any snow inside here, though. Like, it must have... Something must have frozen and then melted in here. I don't know. This was all sealed, so it shouldn't have had the water in there. Look at the flood of water. Oh, for some reason I thought I had that set up to go down bottom, but I guess I don't. Oh well, that's fine. But to fall asleep at the keyboards, you're probably on your own. Ah. All right, have a good sleep, Snoops. Thanks for coming out as always. It's the old magical water spot, which can mop indefinitely. Yeah. All of yours are at 7 or 8 morale. Yeah. So morale is really, it's really just about being methodical, right? I mean, the room benefits are a big thing. Try to take advantage of your room benefits. So you get +6 alone just from having a great hall, and that's easy to accomplish. So build a great hall. Have bathroom that has plumbing. You get a nice boost out of that. The rooms, yeah, you're only getting 1 or 2. So if they're sleeping in a bedroom, in a barracks even, like it's just a bunch of beds together that are just the cots, I mean, even that's fine. You're getting +1. You know, so it shouldn't be too hard to achieve a score that's a little bit higher. Just make sure you're making use of the room benefits, and then tier up your food as you tier up your duplicants. I promote slowly, and so that I have all the infrastructure in place, because most of the time you don't need them to have the higher tier skills until you get to specific tasks you want them to do. Sorry for missing last stream. I was here early. How are you, Karma King? Critter starvation. Yeah, they're not eating so well over here because I haven't been feeding them. But on the plus side, we're having great barbecue. Great barbecue. Who needs a special kill room when you can just not feed them? Oh, man. I would figure. I blocked this in. So, oh, wait a minute. Hello? All right, go this way. You have to break the flooring here. There we go. So if they build that, they can smash this floor. This end over here is where we're going to put our astronaut training system. How's our germ situation? Still fairly strong in there. It's going to take a little while to get rid of that. We also need to sweep up the junk that's down here because we have things that are producing stinky side effects. Be done soon. Soon. Who got promoted to SME? What's SME? We don't have anyone that's a space cadet yet. Oh, Voltron can move up to space cadet. That'll get them up to +25. She's actually in a decent place stress-wise because she's getting good food. So we'll move. Voltron is our very first space cadet. Go Voltron. Promoting them slowly also teaches dupes who is the boss. That's right. Exactly. You know, work for what you get. Don't judge my stupid question. Being idle brings any negative stats for the dupes? Nope, none whatsoever. And actually, it's a benefit to give them additional break time for them to do other things. Idle just means they're not actively working on stuff. So, like, if I don't think I have anyone who's idle at the moment. Building next resources. Oh well. Don't care about that. Yeah. My farms have never had fertilizer. I don't even know why I bothered making them. I just didn't even bother. Oh, that's our broken ladders. No research focus. Damage overheated. Okay. So that I don't even own that. It's not even uncovered, so I don't know why they would bother telling me. Building entombment. That's not uncovered either. Who cares, game? Ooh, these are broken already. Did I send the wrong kind of gas in? Probably did. Probably did when this was getting set up, but this is all set up to produce oxygen for the suits now. I should probably put a little docking system here. So my intention is going to be to open up this side and give them a door that opens on the roof so they can fly up out of it. Wait a minute. Is that an Atmo suit sitting there? It is. That's how the Atmo suit got left behind. That duplicate got down there with an Atmo suit because they dropped it off up here at the jet suit checkpoint. So which one doesn't have a suit? That's so weird. A couple streams ago, we came up with it as the person in charge of... Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot about that. The excrement, yeah. Did you change the storage units in the part that you built in the new part of the base? Did I change them? No, I still have them sitting here. They're just like, oh, you know what it is? They're only 5. I must have the storage somewhere else that they're running those materials to. Because they're not picking any of this stuff up. Maybe I should tell them to sweep this as a priority. I kind of want this stuff cleaned out of here. Sweep this all out as a 7. Get it out of here. Stick it in storage. Even though fertilizer at the farm station gives you the growth speed room bonus. Does it, though? I mean, I haven't really paid too much attention to see whether the growth rate actually increases. Atmosphere, illumination, irrigation... Additional domestic growth. Life cycle 6 cycles. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell whether it's benefiting from being in a farm or not. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really paid too much attention to it to see. How many tons of petroleum do you have sitting on the floor? But oh. Probably a bunch. Where were we tapping that out of? Oh, up here. Actually, not that much. 721 kilograms. So there's definitely some there, but not that much. Oh, look, they did make a suit. Aha, so they can deliver it that way. Nice. Alright, so we don't have to pipe it in. They just have to have containers of it. Sam with the $2 super chat. Can you make the top floor... the top uneven floor OCD friendly? Probably not. You mean this one over here? Well, I'm gonna break this open eventually. So this floor is gonna go away. I mean, I could put some insulated floor in here, I guess. I need them to clean it up first, though. I don't want to just leave it sitting there. You think your OCD is tweaked now? Just wait if I seal this in and leave all the junk just sitting in the opening. It's still not going to be an even floor, I guess, unless I build this one up one level. But if I get rid of that and then build the floor straight across, I'll be fine. I need to clean up the air up here, too. Another deodorizer. Very last suit holder on the right end. Is it, though? Like, normally they deliver suit. Deliver suit. I mean, normally they show, there's like a shadowy form that shows that it's not there. These ones are all full too. I don't know. Maybe I made an extra suit. Normally it shows like a shadowy outline if the dock is just empty and not waiting on something. I don't know. We shall see. Room layout line. Well, yes, but the thing is, like, the same thing with the power production room. They actually have to go and spend the time using refined metal on things. And actually, that reminds me, we have a ton of refined metal. I might as well make this into a proper power room. If I'm gonna be smart about things, which, well, it sort of solves that, doesn't it? I can't even close it off. All right, we need to reroute the power wire here just a little bit. So I'm gonna close this off, and we'll actually try to boost our power production even more. So I'm getting a better amount out of these generators that are burning coal. Some mesh tile in here, and then in here we'll do a fancy little power thing. Where is it? Is it a station? Might be a station. There it is. Power control station. As long as we have the stuff and we're getting all kinds of refined metal, we might as well do it, I guess. You already look away. Look away when I show the plumbing of this base. Oh yeah, the plumbing's all over the place. Shadowy outline only appears when you say deliver exosuit. Oh, maybe. All right, we'll tell it to deliver. Maybe it's just sitting up there. Oh yeah, it does show up when we do that. We shall see. Hopefully they'll pick it up from up top, bring it back down. Let another duplicate make use out of it. They're all so excited to put on the exosuits. Alright, oxygen flow is good there. Oh, good, they finished this. Destroy this thing. Then give me a door. Not just any door, a pneumatic door. Hopefully this room won't be too big. Might be a little iffy. Might have to close it off up top a little bit. CrypticFox is determined to trigger the OCD in all of us. One misplaced tile at a time, times 12. Oh yeah, we got a lot of those. It's even worse. Check suits. Which suits? These suits? Jetpack suits. Still sitting up here. Why is this damaged? Why is this getting damaged? I don't know if it's a temperature thing up here. I mean, it might be. It's only 50 degrees, though. It shouldn't be breaking. I swear these things are getting damaged more. They have oxygen. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I probably sent some incorrect gases in there at some point, but I swear that damage meter is going down still. I don't know. Whatever. As long as they vaguely do what I need, I guess I'm alright. Lower left is just abominable. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I specialize in messy bases. I like to think of it as my charm. Every pipe is nice and straight. There are no random ladders lying around whatsoever. That is absolutely right. Is the P damaging them? P? There's no P. I mean, I'm sending petroleum. Actually, I don't think this is getting broken anymore. I'm sure that I sent in some incorrect gases initially. So that's gonna have something of an effect on it, but I just, for some reason, I thought it was the damage was still happening, but I don't think it is right now. You know what? Let's prioritize getting these things taken care of. Need to build a door for the bottom of the power room for the game to consider a room. Oh yeah, this is just a ladder right now. That's okay. We can swap this out. Deconstruct that. They haven't built this door over here though yet either, so it's kind of a moot point at the moment. But yes, definitely need it. Seems like, well, it was definitely damaged, but I just don't know if it's still getting damaged or if it's just showing prior damage from sending the wrong gases to it. Because there was polluted oxygen in there, which would be not so good for it on the whole. This is all nice, clean oxygen. Germ levels are declining, so that's good. And we still have chlorine, CO2. I don't think there's any polluted oxygen over here, which is good. They got rid of all the slime and everything. I still haven't cleaned up a lot of the mess, though. And these storage containers aren't even getting used. They're running past them every time because I have storage set up somewhere else that must be higher priority. Oh well. I thought it was pea water, not petroleum. No, I'm sending petroleum up there. Lots of it, actually. It's got the petroleum's got a long way to travel to get up there. That's a lot of petroleum. Just to run 2 little jetpack suits. Oh, we got a jetpack suit in place. Okay, let's close this off now. I'm gonna deconstruct this. And we'll move it over like 1 tile, I guess. I'll have them deconstruct this and this. They're not gonna be able to reach it right away, but that's okay. Well, actually, they probably will. They can put the suit on. Oh, that's how the suit got left there. He's... Alright, well, that's a nuisance. I didn't think this would affect normal suits. I thought it would only affect the jet suit. Isn't that fun? Obla di obla da. Let's make this thing out of... Yeah, make it out of gold. We got lots of gold right now. gonna make it out of steel, but I changed my mind. Save the steel. It's gonna take a lot. Jetpack's wrong element damage. Yeah, well, I figured it was some of it, but like I said, it just seemed like at the time it was still taking damage, but it wasn't. That's so funny. They changed suits. They can only wear one exosuit at a time, is my guess. Well, that's true. They can. However, what I wasn't expecting was him to take off the regular exosuit when he passed by the jet suit dock. So duplicants may only pass if there's room for the exosuit to store their suit. So he came down here, or he ran past, didn't put on this suit because he was already wearing one, but as soon as he passed through the dock going the other way, it was forced him to take off the regular exosuit, even though it's not the same matching dock. It's kind of a problem. It's still taking... Why is it still taking damage? What's going on that this thing's taking damage? Or did they just fail to repair it fully? It's weird. It's got... I mean, there was a little bit of gas in here that wasn't the right kind of gas, but there's some polluted oxygen here. That's what it is. There's a thin layer of polluted oxygen at the bottom there that I think might be poisoning the supply or something, but alright, they can just keep fixing it, I guess. Could be worse. Oh. Oh, there's heavy wire there. Oh, man. Okay, this has got to go. We're going to reroute our... Or reroute, however you want to say it. Our heavy wire here. Actually, I don't even need to do that. Not even bother. Just rebuild this thing on top of it. There we go. Then we can snip the wire here. We'll do the same thing we did up here. We'll just throw a little door in. That should seal it off, make it its own room. Does that mean the jetpack isn't supposed to take petroleum? No, it definitely needs petroleum because it calls for it. I think the trouble is the oxygen room that's supplying it has some polluted oxygen in here. So if the pump lowers the pressure enough, it's letting the polluted oxygen expand and then it's getting pulled into the pump. And then I think that's damaging it. I'm fairly certain it's from that. Left suit was suffering wrong element damage as you were deconstructing the wall to the right. Well, yeah, but it was drawing oxygen from the oxygen room at that time. Petroleum too hot. Well, if it was taking wrong element damage, it wouldn't be the temperature of the petroleum. Now, the petroleum's at 44 degrees, so that's hot, but it shouldn't be hot enough to damage things. I wish there was a way you could tell, actually, what's causing the damage here, but it's not really that apparent. It's not clear. These guys are still cleaning out here. Man, there's so much work doing the cleanup. I need more suits. Just get everybody in exosuits up there. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it was the O2 getting in the oxygen pipe. You could put an exosuit bay before the jetpack so they take off the exosuit and put the jet suit on. That's going to be my plan longer term. The hard part with that is just that, like, right now they're still building stuff here. So this changeover is not going to be fun. Plus I'll have to have, well, I mean, I can supply the oxygen from here, which I guess is okay. We really only would need two spots here because there's only 2 jet suits for now. So we go into stations and grab exosuit checkpoint. And set up a double exosuit dock. He did the same thing. He took off his suit. Just stop it. Alright, sub priority 7 on this thing. Finish that tile and stop running up and down the ladder. These can be fed off of the same oxygen supply as this. Like that. And then again, the same power supply too, actually. Just tap right into the connective wire. There we go. So now they'll swap out of the one suit and store it, which could allow it to recharge and fill up with oxygen. And while they jump into the jet suit, they can fly around and do that business. And then when they go back, they'll go and put it all back on again. Yeah, it'd be nice if it would, well, if you're watching it at the time it takes damage, you can see, because it'll say like wrong element damage, or whatever the case might be. Automation wire, heavy wires that we want, deconstruct that. It's just that like you can't go back afterwards and see what the problem is. I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at it sometimes, and you can see if you're sending the wrong element or whatever, then you just know. Or if it's ridiculously hot, but it's not always super clear. Would it help to have a filtration system before putting oxygen in the suits? Yeah, it would, but I just feel like it would be a waste. Ultimately, at some point, it's going to clear out enough of the polluted oxygen in there that it shouldn't be an issue anymore. No, actually, no, it won't, because every time they open the door, they're going to reintroduce it. I kind of needed the door at the bottom, but this tube causes issues that way. The door at the bottom solves a lot of problems, because once you clear out the air that's in there and it's just clean oxygen, then it's less likely to move upwards in there. This thing's still waiting. Build my suit. Checkpoint should be on the other side of the suit drop-off. Yep. You are correct. Alright, hold the phone. Fortunately, they hadn't built it yet, so that's good. Exosuit checkpoint. Flip it this way. Throw our double dock in. I think I just messed up my power lines, but I don't think they built those either. No, they didn't. Good. There we go. Oh, and of course we have to retouch the air too. There we go. Now it's right. Hey Jack, how you doing? Yeah, actually it was Snoops that sent me Hollow Knight. So I'm going to play some of that this week. Finally take a crack at it. I've kind of been making a point of not watching anyone else play it. So I'm sorry I haven't seen yours. Because I like to be surprised at least a little bit. Once I play it a bit and I get a sense of what the game is like, and I have some like, chaotic moments, then I'll go and watch some other things and see how it's played. Put a deodorizer in the room? It won't matter. This is all chlorine. Oh, yeah, we can put one in here. I guess that would work. I mean, they'll have to go and refill it, but it'll be okay for cleaning this up. I should be pointing the other way? No, this is the right way. Arrow-wise, anyway. So it's when they're passing in this direction, they put the suit on. If they're passing the other direction, they take the suit off. So that is correct, but I just I had them organized in the wrong order when I first set them up. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, how are we doing up here? Most of the air is clean up here now. At some point, we're gonna get that tipping point where it's just not gonna get any cleaner because we've already made a hot mess of things. Let's put this here. Build this up so that at least when they're ready, I only have like one little spot to close off. I don't see any polluted oxygen down here, so that's good. What's our germ situation? Oh yeah, still lovely. It's gonna take a while for the germs to go away. My dude, just bought the game. You're getting bored. Please help. Well, I do have a number of tutorials on the channel you can check out that will help you get through some of the earlier phases. They're a little bit on the old side, so they're showing older content and stuff, but the premise behind them is the same in terms of like a method of approaching the early part of the game to get yourself well established so that you can kind of stretch out the game into the longer term. There's a lot of complicated things you can do in this game, but when you're first starting out, those aren't the things you should be worried about. You should really just be focused on stabilizing, getting a good supply of oxygen, having the right things built in place, getting a good supply of food. And then from there, once you have that stability, it's easier to branch out and work on other things. Would you consider streaming or recording Hollow Knight? Yeah, I am going to be streaming Hollow Knight, actually. I posted, if you're not familiar, I have the community tab on my YouTube channel. If you go click on the community tab, I put the stream schedule for the week in there. Also on the Discord, in the announcements channel, I've placed the stream for this week, stream schedule in there as well. So I think we're going to try out Hollow Knight on Friday this week. Tonight we're playing Oxygen Unincluded. Tomorrow I'm going to play some Graveyard Keeper. It seems like an appropriate game for Halloween, and they just did an update that lets you actually make zombies that you can control and have them do your labor for you, so you don't have to do all the manual chores and stuff, which is kind of cool. Thursday we're going to play some more Oxygen Not Included. Friday is going to be Hollow Knight. Saturday I'm deciding yet still whether I'm going to stream on Saturday. Sunday I'm going to start doing a weekly stream on Twitch for Don't Starve Together, because they have Twitch drops available. So if you play Don't Starve Together and you watch someone who's playing Don't Starve Together and they have Twitch drops enabled, then you can earn skins and unlocks and things in your own game just by watching it. So I'm going to be having a weekly stream of Don't Starve Together as well on Sunday night. Happened to find your videos the other day, started watching them, had to get the game, so thank you. I'm glad they were helpful, Kosora. Hopefully they help you manage the early part of the game, which is HK is super hard. Yeah, I've heard it's really hard. It's kind of like well, I've heard it's very Dark Souls-esque in that way. It's like punishingly difficult, almost for the sake of, like, just for the sake of doing it, kind of thing. But that's okay. I like challenging games. Just don't expect me to be good at them. That's my rule. Man, they got to work digging that out fast. Nobody's picking up the suits that I left up here. I think I'm going to need to change the priority on these. Whoops. Need to change the priority on these things a little bit so they'll... Oh, they're already a 6. I wonder why they're not picking up the suits. Will you play RimWorld? I remember Anthrodesk people asking to play. Yeah, I totally intend to play it. It's just I have a whole bunch of things on the go at the moment. Red Dead Redemption 2. Man, I've been seeing people play that a little bit, and I so want to play it. Like, but A, it's not a good fit for the channel in terms of the nature of the content. And B, I don't know where I would find the time to play it. I have so many games already that I want to play, and I can see that being a big time commitment. I'm kind of having the same debate with Fallout 76. When it comes out, I really want to play that too, but again, I don't know that it's going to be a good fit for the channel. It's a huge time commitment game to play also, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely want to play RimWorld. I just haven't managed to take the time to do it. Is there a reason you built that door that way next to the wash stations? Which door? Next to the wash stations. I'm not sure which door you're referring to. I don't know why I have these doors not open. I thought I had all my doors set to open. Was that a different colony? Oh well, doesn't matter. Hey Coleman, how you doing? Any advice for Don't Starve Together? It's been years since you played. I am not the best person to Don't Starve Together. I still run around a little bit like a fool and do some stuff. So I'm maybe not the best person to give that advice. I mean, early game, explore, gather stuff. Make sure you have things to make a fire on you at all times. I've played a bunch of the early game because I died a bunch, so I've gotten a little bit better at that part of it, but... Can you turn the Twitch channel into the place where you have more adult content, keeping YouTube family friendly? Well, I mean, I have a secondary channel on YouTube. Here's my challenge, is that I always want to focus on producing content for my primary channel first. Work and family life has kept me really busy on top of all the stuff I'm already doing with this channel. So I always feel like I shouldn't take the time to produce something on that other channel if I'm not keeping up with the stuff I want to make on this one. So there are games I definitely want to play on that alternate channel that I have no intention of keeping to a particular family-friendly theme in terms of the content of the games themselves. I still won't swear because it's just a habit at this point. But in terms of the games that are on, I'm not worried about that. It's just, it's always going to be secondary to this one. So until I can actually get to a point where I feel like I'm running ahead on this channel, I can't take the time to produce stuff for over there. And sadly, there's a bunch of games that I'd like to play that I just hadn't. So, and there's more coming up. So we'll see. I don't know. I need to find, like, I gotta change my work week to like a 4-day work week or something. Which just, frankly, isn't gonna happen. Alright. let's get this built finally. Finish this thing. There's no point finishing the roof up here. That's totally pointless. Or the wall, rather. Red Dead Redemption 2 equals GTA with horses? Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. I was watching Boogie2988 play it the other night. Might have been last night, actually, for a little bit. And he was running along at full gallop on his horse. And he went to, like, jump over a rock or something. And instead, the horse just plowed straight into it. And it launched him out of the saddle. And he flew, like, over a cliff and down a hill. I was laughing so hard, I was sure my wife upstairs was going to wake up and give me crap. But she didn't. It just slayed me, though. Oh. Why are you doing it from that side? Alright, well that tile's done. No, 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 no. You're gonna... Okay. Just leave it big enough gap you can get through. Oh, you would do that, wouldn't you? Alright, move over here. They're always trying to block themselves. It is a raffle moment. Oh, man. I laughed so hard. Take a vacation from this channel for a bit to enjoy yourself on those games. Yeah, the thing is, Rusty, like... I get a lot of like personal fulfillment out of working on my channel, so if like leaving this to go do that really slows down long-term progress. Anytime that for a second I thought that said it was locked. Ooh, I think it was. I think the automation wire locked my door. Ah, I can't win. Alright, that's not going to work. It's set to open, though. I'm surprised it still closed it. Yep, there it goes. Alright, this needs to be deconstructed. I got to move the wire to the other side because I can't have that automation wire. Oh, you know, what am I doing then? Oh, let's just cancel deconstruct. We'll deconstruct the automation wire instead because that would make more sense. And we'll just move it. Just reroute it around that so that I'm not closing my door and locking it on me automatically. Did we even get the room bonus in here? Nope, it's too big. 119 tiles. Power plant max size is 96. So I've got to close some space off in here. 1, 2, 3. I guess we can close off. If we close off this... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And then if we close off this... I think that'll get me what I need. What a pain. This game have dupes or lemmings? Well, they're dupes, but they very much lemming a little bit. Hey, Cerberus, how you doing? We ever make it to a point where you do YouTube full time? I don't really know. Maybe. I mean, it's a nice idea because I do enjoy working on my channel, and there's a lot of times where I'm working and I'm thinking, man, I really wish I was working on a video for whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that nice ideal where it'd be cool to be able to do it. Something's not working here. Why does this not have power? However, there's a lot of things I would really have to have in place before I could make that decision. So, like, my family obviously is paramount, so I can't take risks that are going to leave me financially exposed. I have a mortgage, I have loan payments, car payments, childcare expenses, all that kind of stuff, right? So, I have no power on a whole bunch of stuff. What happened? Oh, it's the automation wire. Ah, yeah, about that. Open that. Sub priority 7. We gotta get this done, like, fast. On the plus side, even though I cut off power, I didn't cut off oxygen flow because that's its own complete separate power supply. Something is wrong here. Mistakes were made. As soon as I clip the automation wire, it automatically goes into an off state. So nothing's getting produced. Where are my duplicants? All right, they can't get past this. Disable. There you go. No, okay, no. Don't go up there. Let's sub-party 9 this thing. Get this done. Where are you going? There's no power. You can't get back. Oh, no. Why aren't they doing this? Come on. Just get to this thing. Give me that little bit of wire. It's waiting gold. Why did I choose gold for that? I have iron closer by. Like right here, but I don't think they can get through the door. Oh, my little duplicants. You guys, I swear, there's probably somebody on the way with gold already, but I'm going to just change this to iron so they're picking something close by if we can. Please do this at top priority. Come on, little dudes. Aw, they're trying to take a break and use the arcade machine and there's no power. When it comes to the games you want to play but doesn't suit what you have on the channel but want to play and enjoy, you clip or record, save content, and talk about what you enjoy. Yeah, I mean, if like in terms of like a game review or something like that, theoretically I could. I don't know. Again, it's hard to put in the time to play the game knowing that I'm not going to have use for any of it on the channel itself, so... Cuts one wire, all the dupes are doomed. Yeah, isn't that funny? I mean, they're not doomed. I mean, they have oxygen. My whole oxygen setup is on a completely different power grid. It's just they're not getting power for anything else right now. All the power is self-maintained for my oxygen supply. There he goes. He's going to the iron. He'll run back down over here. He'll build the wire. Everything will turn back on. He'll gasp for a while in the chlorine gas, because that's what everybody does. Gonna run out of breath before he... Where are you going? You just grabbed iron. Where are you going with it? Okay, you're killing me. Just go build the thing. I don't want to be a dupe in this colony. Please don't make me... Oh, phase. The duplicants are fine. They have oxygen. I mean, that's their most basic need, right? Why is there no power? I clipped the automation wire right here. When I built the door, I had to disconnect it and move things around because the door itself has an automation port. So every time this turned off, it was locking the door and the duplicants wouldn't go through. So I need to reroute the wire. As soon as I cut the wire, everything went into an off state. So it drained all the batteries out, and then these didn't kick in to power it back up again. So, good times. And a good time was had by... Oh, let's use refined iron in here. Wait a minute. Refined iron. There we go. This is not quite in the right room yet. What are we down to size-wise? Oh, 107, but this is still open. Ooh, I don't even think they can reach that. Random ladder time. Start turning it off and back on again. You have to actually disconnect the wire from the... As long as there's an automation wire plugged into the machine, if it's not connected to anything else, it just assumes an off state. So I would have had to disconnect all the wires. But I wasn't super worried about it because it doesn't feed... No, wait a minute, I gotta turn these suits back on. It doesn't feed our oxygen supply, so it really wasn't that big a deal. Just nothing else was getting power. Owning a house? Cool, maybe? I'm not sure if they're referring to me. You got mortgage? That's so cool. I want a house too. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm 42 years old, so I'm not a young YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination. I already have a career and everything that I work on. This is something I do extra because I really enjoy it, and it would be great if at some point it would actually produce enough that it could be a full-time kind of job. But I would really need to make sure that I had certain. They're not going to finish that. I need to really make sure that I had certain assurances in place because I couldn't risk the well-being of my family if YouTube did something funny like canceling my channel, or if something didn't work anymore and who's suffocating and they stopped. That's good. So yeah, I don't know. That'd be fun, but I'm not necessarily planning for that point What would it feel like sleeping in space? Probably very floaty. Also need a way to build above the power station. Yeah, so I'm going to break these tiles here that I built. We'll dig this out, build those, and then they can rebuild the tiles after. Where are they suffocating? It's only periodic suffocation. It's like entertainment type suffocation. They're not really like, they're not full on suffocating. It's just like partly. Halloween party? Yeah, not so much. I'm gonna be streaming on Halloween. we're gonna have a live scream. Bump. Adulting is so fun. Oh yeah, adulting is great. You're 60 this year and you love streaming. You're 60? That's cool. I don't know if I should believe you or not. I feel like I'm old in this world of streaming, but even if this paid enough, you should have a part-time gig on the side as a safety option. Well, there's a couple things. I mean, for one, if YouTube was my sole income, I might have trouble renewing the mortgage on my house because they see it as a business with a variable income, and it increases the risk to the bank to loan you money for your mortgage. So as soon as you have that there's that problem. So like I would want to knock away my debts so I didn't have those in place. I'd want to have a significant amount of money as a cushion to handle the variability. Also, income from YouTube is super variable. Like super variable. Some days are really good and things go really well, and some months are really good. Other ones are just terrible. And the ad rates that you get from companies fluctuate all over the place. So a lot of stuff to take care of. Oh, you're killing me, guys. You're just killing me. Deliver suits. Well, they're using the jet suits, but they're getting trapped up here now. The suit is right here. Pick it up. Put it in here. Save a building. There we go. Alright, now we have a different problem, because these suits are now going to be in the way, so let's undock them. Let's mop up this horrible slimy mess on the floor. Ugh. Nothing is going to plan. Pretty much boils down to my average game in this. Nothing goes to plan. No docks available. That's cool. That's awesome. I think it's awesome that you're 60 and streaming. See, like I said, I thought I was old. I mean, in average, when you see most streamers, and I'm certainly generalizing, but most streamers tend to be between, you know, like 20 to 30 kind of range. Seems to be where the greatest proportion of them sit, anyway. So by the time you get to my age at 42, I'm like, oh man, I'm really old compared to everybody else. So I guess when you get to 60, it's even more. But they made a mess. They peed on the floor. Yeah. Rotten. They're always peeing on the floor at some point. This needs to be. I'm gonna have a problem with these suits here. No one's gonna pick them up, I don't think. Just based on where they're placed, it's like, it's super awkward. I'm trying to deliver them back here again. Where did all the suits go? Where are these guys all hiding? They're not in here. Huh. I think we ended up with like all of the suits way up here somehow. If there's a recession, people will spend less money on YouTube and paying off the mortgage before doing any... Yeah, I pretty much just need to make sure that I have my financial house in order, essentially. So let's just say that it's nothing that's in the near term for me. I mean, I make some money off of YouTube for sure, off the ad revenue and from the super chats and the memberships. That goes to help paying bills and that kind of thing, which is great. It's not nearly enough to replace my income that I earn from my career. So it's not even a consideration right now. But down the road, if it ever gets to a point where the income coming from YouTube is enough to replace my career, I might consider it only at a point where I had things financially safe for me on the side, essentially. I personally love the talk of adult stuff. I actually go off tangents too. Yeah, I spend a lot of time adulting. Whatever can't go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, and if it's my colony, it will probably go wrong 2 or 3 times. I need them to go get those suits. Okay, let's turn off both of these, actually. Is this still off up here? It is. Okay. I need to figure out where all the suits went, because there's no duplicants running around wearing them. So I don't know where they all went. I have a feeling they might have gotten past the dock when I had it turned off and dropped them off at the bottom dock. But there's no excess one sitting down here, so I don't know. I don't know. Also, streaming itself costs money. Equipment, for example. Yeah, there are. I mean, the expenses aren't crazy. But there are some expenses for sure. When you're on your Twitch, you get bits. Glad I can help with a few bits here and there, too. Thanks, Jinx. Yep. So I earn, yeah, I mean, I have income from a few different sources. So, bits and subscribers on Twitch, although I've only just recently signed the affiliate agreement with them, so that's a brand new thing for me. Ad revenue on YouTube, super chats and memberships on YouTube. If anyone buys merchandise from the merch store at Redbubble, there's a very small portion of that comes to me as a profit. If anyone's buying games on chrono.gg/CrypticFox, that helps support the channel as well, so you get discounted games and then also get that support. If people play Fortnite and they enter my CrypticFox gaming tag in as the creator they want to support, there's that as an option. So there's lots of different little ways that it comes in, but you know, it's not an astronomical amount of money. It doesn't replace my income by any stretch of the imagination. It just helps. And what? Ah! How did you even go in? All right. I don't even know what to say about this one. How did you block yourself in there? That's skill right there. Like, you had to stand on the left side of the wall to build it. You couldn't have just stayed on the ladder. Gamer Girls with the $4.99 super chat. Just watch a TikTok ad. I hope the ad sense is good because that was cringy. Any individual ad, don't ever feel like you have to watch it. Please don't. In order to earn like $2 worth of ad revenue, it takes like 1,000 ad views. So like, don't feel like it's something you have to do. Just skip it if it's a horrible ad, honestly. 41 of my girls and I stream, been gaming for 33 years. It's fun. Oh, that's cool. See, I guess I'm not that old. I mean, relative to other streamers, but I still think there's a lot of them that are much younger than we are, but that's cool. It's a fun hobby. I mean, I started off originally doing videos on YouTube because I've grown up with gaming my whole life, and I saw other people doing it, and I thought that was, yeah, I saw some people play the gaming. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I wouldn't mind trying that out. I had some fun with it. People seemed to enjoy it, so I was like, all right, let's do some more. And then the last year and a half, 2 years, I guess, I've been doing a lot more streaming, which has been really fun because I get to interact with people while I play instead of just talking to myself. So that's good. Yes, I definitely need to get a good accountant, tax lawyer, etc. You definitely don't want to be a dupe now. Nobody died recently. There's only 4. We're on almost cycle 400, and we only have 4 dead duplicants. That's only like 1 duplicant every 100 cycles. That's not really that bad. Granted, almost all of those were in the first 50 cycles, but whatever. That's why I got YouTube Red years ago? Yeah. I haven't got YouTube Red. I probably should consider it. I guess it's called YouTube Premium or something now. Just started to play this game in large part thanks to watching your stream, and I have a simple and maybe stupid question about this game. What is chloride used for? Chlorine gas is used for a couple things. There's an ore scrubber you can use somewhere. I never use it. I don't remember where it is. So there's the little blocks. Where's the chlorine? I need a pocket of chlorine here. Oh, here it is. The bleach stone, for example, is used in the hand sanitizer. So if you dig that up, you can do that. The chlorine gas itself can go in the ore scrubber, which is somewhere that I can't remember. Because like I said, I never use it. There it is here, the ore scrubber. So you can pump it into the ore scrubber in order to clean the materials that you're bringing past it to get rid of germs. And it's also, I think there's an option for using it as a fuel or something for one of the rocket things. But it doesn't have a ton of uses. Just a few. It's premium for us Canadians. Yeah, okay. It's pestering you like crazy last stream would have changed my mind now. Just for that, we're going to bring a duplicate in called Phase 58. We're not even gonna give him a bed. And I can't. I can't. All right, something broke. I can't print. Like. There we go. That's weird. I've never noticed that it puts like that second little tag down there. I guess this will only be bigger when there's actually a duplicant available to click on. We're gonna make it one more duplicant. Go with lucky number 19. And that duplicate be phase 58. The most tortured duplicate in the building. Let's enable this now. Turn it on. Thank you. Why don't you guys have suits still? Did I not enable this building again? I guess I didn't. Enable building. Okay. And I think I just trapped somebody up here because I enabled the building. What the? How does that work exactly? Why did you start... Alright. Now enable building. Getting the timing of this is going to be tough because they keep coming up here and running past it. There we go. The next duplicate that comes by should ideally turn that off. I don't know why he was gasping when he was wearing the jet suit. They're full of oxygen. I don't understand. I went and subbed to YouTube Red. Google, as smart as it is, published their codes into YouTube algorithms, so since they don't know how to fix it, YouTube's currently falling apart personally. Well, there is that, but I mean, I also believe that they're a huge multinational corporation and the second largest search engine around on the internet. It's not gonna die. They're gonna fix it. That's like the panic that everyone had around the whole Y2K thing when the year 2000 was coming around and the whole world was gonna end because technology wasn't set up to handle it. They'll fix it. I'm not too worried about that. Dude trapped in the power room. Still? I thought I fixed that. Nope, we got him out of there. We dug him out. He's good. This is a proper power room now, too, which is good. Not that it's producing any power, but we did produce a microchip. The hard part with the microchips is I think they have to install them in each of the individual generators, which kind of stinks. It's kind of a weird setup to produce excess power, but we have the refined metal, so I suppose I should use it. Fly up, remove suit, breathe, put back on, then fly down. Yeah, I don't get it. The vacuum sealed suit strike. I don't understand. Remember MySpace? Yeah. I had a MySpace page for a while. I wasn't like super into it, but I did have one for a bit. Let's send a duplicate up here. I want to see what happens with this suit if they get up here again. Go up there with the fancy flying suit. I want to see if they still take the headpiece off to breathe. Filling the bathtubs with water. Yeah, everyone was worried like elevators were gonna stop working and computers were all gonna be fried and just what silliness. Oh, MySpace. What the? Why not go in the room? Did I not open the door? Door's on auto. It should work. Oh, there we go. He's grimacing like he's injured or he's taking damage. I think they are taking damage. "182 degrees in here. They're getting damaged, even though they're in the jet suits. Man, that is not helpful. What is the temperature up here? 144, 178, 274. That means I can't even send them to the surface without causing all kinds of heat problems for them. That's good times. Fabulous. Looking at the way this is all laid out over here, I think I might actually put the rocket bay over here. Which kind of puts my jet suits in a bit of an awkward spot, but... Oh... Yeah, an Angel Fire webpage. Oh, yeah. Here's how long I've been doing stuff. I still have a Hotmail address. Not that I use actively, but I still have one. Check the ammo/jet checkpoint to clearance vacancy to fix your issue. Well, yeah, this seems to be sorted out now, actually, already. They're already swapping suits properly now. And I ran out of power. What's going on with the power grid? Oh, I'm so dense. I swapped this over to get a the conductive wire. I forgot I made that change, and then I didn't swap the actual transformer over. So even though I have wire capable of carrying 2 kilowatts of power, I was only ever sending 1. We finally got to that threshold point where I actually saw it fail. Now I gotta switch it. Once I get around to breaking that thing. Disable the exosuit gate. Maybe they need to keep it on in their jetpack suit. I don't think so. I think they actually take it off. The trouble is, if they go past that gate, when they come back, they're going to dump it on the floor. They've already done it a few times. Your face would look pretty pained if you had a jetpack strapped just to your head and not your body, I guess. But I mean, I've seen this this thing where they float babies by their head, so maybe it works just as well for duplicants. All right, let's make this out of iron because we have tons of it, and the gold's way on the other side of the base too. Whereas the iron's like right here, so they should be able to grab it and build this thing quickly. Let's set priority on this, since I'm not producing power up top and I saw some people take the vacuum tube. That would be bad. Oh, it's charged enough. They can actually get 2 of them down there. Are you guys, like, bored or something? Oh. What? Why did they even bother coming back? That makes no sense to me. Alright, whatever. I think they're confused. They're like, I don't know what to do, but we're going to take the jet suit over for a flight. Why not just remove the exosuit altogether and go from tube to jet? Because they use the suits out here for other things. So, I just gave them a spot to take the suit off and store it. And then they swap into the jet suit and away they go. I think you haven't shown the Gold Volcano the entire length of the stream. Have you? Not today, I haven't, no, but it's over here. Here's the Gold Volcano. When it erupts, there's a fair amount of water in this room, actually. When it erupted, it boiled it all into water vapor, which is okay, because it's, you know, the temperature's not too crazy in here. So when this erupts, we get gold that drops on the ground here. The auto sweeper picks it up and throws it in the conveyor loader, which sends it down over to here. This is sitting in water, so it can help chill it as well. And the water itself is at like -8, so it's in good shape. So it stores it down here, and then the duplicants can grab it for later use. So this is producing refined gold, and then the iron volcano we have on this side is producing refined iron. And ooh, this is getting damaged. Huh. So this one's producing refined iron. So we kind of have a good supply of both, which is actually really handy. The power ran out on the exosuit dock. It did, yeah. Yeah, they're past it now, though. It's fine. They're all good. If you had some jetpack suits, you go for random rides, too. I guess that's probably true, yeah. If I did have one, I'd take it for a random ride. Takes extremely expensive spacesuit to get eggs. Yeah. How do you find the game now without the use of Abyssallite? It doesn't actually bother me that much. The Abyssallite was just sort of like a convenient touch to save some other resources. I mean, it was a good insulator, obviously, but it doesn't bother me not using it. Thanks for the volcano tour. R.I.P. Joe. Poor Joe. The worst part is Joe didn't even die to the volcano as hard as we tried. He just suffocated. He ended up with the most mundane of deaths. Where can I put a bed for Phase 58 when he comes in here? I don't have any spare space in the core part of the colony. The Abyssallite was crutch for people who couldn't play the game. I don't know about that. I mean, it was convenient. The thing is, like, people avoided making insulated tiles because they could make regular tiles out of Abyssallite. And it was just, like, super insulated and stuff without having to spend the same amount of resources. The reality is, like, as soon as you play past a certain number of cycles, you have tons of excess resources anyway. Just kind of remember like a civ he's forgotten already. Yep, I forgot. Hey, Jane. Welcome to the stream. Glad you were able to catch one finally. We're actually rounding around toward the end of it. There's only about 10 minutes left in the stream. Ooh, and that reminds me. Still haven't built the stuff I intended to build. Imagine that. I forgot stuff. Who knew? Alright, germs are good enough in here. So let's disable or deconstruct this now. Let's cancel that. Make sure I'm only deconstructing buildings. So that'll open that up. They still haven't stored the stuff here, so I'll fix this layout later for those of you who have touch of OCD and it's going to bother you. Let's deconstruct all of this because we don't have a problem with polluted oxygen at the moment. Up here, we're going to block this off so we no longer let any polluted O2 or germs in. Then a 6. No. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Cancel this. I need them to build this tile before they break this open. Otherwise, no. There, you get out of there too. There we go. If they don't build this tile first, then they'll end up they won't have they'll leave the exosuits in a weird place, and I don't want that. So let's go with buildings here. Destroy this. Not that one. Okay, so this will give access to the place we're going to do for our whole astronaut training system. Our space centrifuge can go right in here. Current gamer on cycle 195. Finally, I'm not at the point where I have tons of resources with insulated pipes taking 4 times as much. It's chewing through my resources in this game. Oh, yeah, insulated pipes are tough that way, yeah. I burned through stacks of materials before I realized how much extra I was using, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait. I went and like canceled a whole bunch of things I was building and just used regular materials. Because the insulated pipes, you're right, they're really expensive that way. Halloween tomorrow, that's right, yeah. Actually, I have to go in for a little procedure tomorrow morning also. Getting a fancy injection in my lower spine, which will just be wonderful. I really, really hate needles, so it's going to be great. Alright, let's see. Gastrophobia, so they won't cook. That's not a big deal. Won't dig. Yeah, alright, we'll go with Gene. Welcome to the colony, Gene. AKA Phase 58. Now, unfortunately, although you will have a food supply and you'll have a job, we don't have a bed for you or a bedroom. I think there's dining tables though, so you won't have to eat off the floor. But as always, no guarantees of survival. Almost time to scare children. Aw. My kids are funny with Halloween. They love Halloween, but they get scared so easy. I didn't even look at how much power this thing needs. I probably should do that. 480 watts of power. Where have I got my power grid over here? Alright, let's just do this the easy way. I'm gonna build one of these heavy watt joint plates in here. And we'll just tap it right into the main power grid. Oh, I don't want to do that. No. No. Okay, hold on. I want to set this up. Oh, come on. If I do it this way, I'm going to have a big negative decor effect in the room, and I don't really want that. Come on. Cancel that too. Cancel. There we go. Alright. We'll connect it on directly. Because I don't... Does this have a negative decor effect? Decor 0. Okay, this is neutral. So we can do this. There. Soon, my little minions, soon you may ride the rocket training system. Buzz around in the centrifuge. My opinion, the diarrhea debuff wasn't that big of a deal before. Yeah, it really wasn't, no. Head spinal injections, honestly, no big deal. It's just pressure after they numb you up. Oh, that's good. I'm a gigantic... So, when I was a kid, I got food poisoning. And I ended up in the hospital for like a week. I had like a double IV. They were giving me needles. Like, I remember getting needles like every day. And ever since then, I just, needles and me just don't get along. So, it's not even that they hurt so much. There's just, it's like, you know, it's a phobia kind of thing. So just the thought of them like jabbing a big one in my back, not super thrilled with it, but we'll see. Hopefully once they freeze it all up, it won't be a problem at all. And with any luck, it will help the issues that I'm having with my leg from my spine too, so it's worth it. It just, you know, I'm a big suck. Just bung a bed in carbon dioxide filter in, please. No. I can't put you in a CO2 room. You'll just run out to breathe. And then you won't get a good night's sleep. At least sleeping on the floor, the worst thing is get a bad back. Put bedroom and training room for the trainee. Oh, yeah. Maybe we could put a bedroom up here. No. Yeah, well, we do have an oxygen supply here. I guess that kind of works. Kind of works. We have good air everywhere. Oh, we let a little more CO2 in down here. I need to clean this out down here. I've been meaning to for a while. I just didn't do it. I should get rid of the water that's down here and then get rid of the CO2 that's building up in this space. This is building up for no real reason. This looks like it's connected, but it's not. Where is my... I think I still gave myself a negative decor effect there. This whole area is just, it's not pretty. Any duplicate that hangs out in there is not going to be happy. Put a bedroom in the training room for a trainee. Alright. That is done. How's our decor? Oh yeah. All kinds of negative decor. This is good times. Oh, there we go. Voltron's the first to ride it. Oh, let's slow it down a little bit. Oh, I love that thing. So Voltrons are going to be our first astronaut trainee who's actually going to get a little experience at it. My opinion, light's live not worth it because it needs water, just feeding the worms. Yeah, exactly. You don't really get any significant benefit out of the loaf. It slightly increases the calories, but it consumes water, and the water's more valuable. I can understand, I don't like hospital needles, but I don't mind tattoo needles. Oh yeah, I guess that's a little different. That's awesome. I don't think I'd even watched the completed animation for that before. She's got a fancy suit. They have a new helmet now too. This used to be, I don't know, they had like a strange hat or something before, but now they've got a proper helmet, which is cool. Let's get another duplicant up here. Come on, Rangy, where are you? Go for a ride on this thing. Speed everything up. You can watch that all night, yeah. Whee! You want any ride? What about a bed in the fish pond, then? Ooh, there's an idea. It doesn't seem to agree with you. That was funny. I get a kick out of that. This whole, like, all the stuff they have around the space industry is neat. You know, the whole space cadet centrifuge and building the rockets and the jet suits and all that. Very neat. Training animation was so cute, yeah. Their little hats are very cool, yeah. That was cool. It is midnight, though, so I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. We did finally get this thing built, so we can finally start training some people on the Space Cadet Centrifuge. When we come back next time, we'll be playing on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. When we play then, we're going to get to work on building our rocket setup up here. Now, I only have 2 of the jet suits up here, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to swing this just yet. I might open up the wall on this side and let them start to work up here. I don't know. I kind of wanted the jet suits so they could fly up and dig out and build the walls and stuff, but this cool steam vent is actually a big problem, and this building on the other side means that I can't build over here. But now that I built all this, I don't want to have to move it all, because that'd be a huge pain. Maybe we'll just risk it. We'll put a rocket up here. Nevertheless, we'll figure it out next time. If you don't currently subscribe to the channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Come back and check out the other streams. Tomorrow night, we'll be playing Graveyard Keeper after I do trick-or-treating with the kids. So again, that'll be 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll have some fun with that. Continue on the mission we were doing, or the quest we were doing before. Hopefully we get a chance to see the new stuff in that game also. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out tonight. It's been fun as always. I appreciate the super chats and all the support and chit-chat and everything else. So that's always been good. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.